The first thing you need to look at when you're going to a college is finding one that's good in your academic area, of course, but also to find one that has the other opportunities and interests that you need or want.
I don't think I could have chosen a better school to attend than Buena Vista College. They have created a lot of things for me that I don't think I could have obtained in a lot of other schools.
The exciting part in that feeling is that everyone believes that you can contribute something to this excellence, that you truly have something to offer.
The faculty has been meaningful to me, my education has been meaningful to me, and extracurricular activities have been meaningful to me.
I begin to think not just about the way the world is, but about the way the world ought to be.
I've matured, I have a proper education, and I feel confident in what this college has given me.
Buena Vista is preparing me to go out into the world, and I feel that I'll be able to handle myself with no problem once I leave.
I wouldn't change my mind a bit on coming here again if I had to do it all over.
We're live from Siebens Fieldhouse. This is Jared Okander along with my color man Dan Zahn. And we're bringing you Beaver basketball. The Buena Vista Beavers are playing the Luther Norse tonight in what happens to be a Iowa Conference game, and it should be quite a battle. Don't you think, Dan?
It's going to be tough. BV really needs this win in order to keep in with the conference because they're 1-1 right now.
Yes, one of the biggest matchups of the game should be Mike Bakkenstead, a 6'7" freshman, and Jason Evers, also a freshman. And now we have some stats from the women's game. And as you can see, BV with 22 rebounds and Luther with 39.
Yeah, and turnovers also cost BV. It was 21-13. BV led in turnovers.
And the fouls, Luther had a lot of fouls in the first half, but BV had 22 compared to 16 for Luther.
BV shot well from the free throw line, shooting 18 for 22, but Luther shot more, almost 10 more, and they were 23 of 30.
In the field goals, BV wasn't real hot. They shot 22 out of 52, and while Luther Norse shot 40 out of 85.
So second chance points that hurt BV.
Lots of second chance points.
Join Innovation Video tomorrow night for exciting Buena Vista basketball against those pesky Dubuque Dewhawks. The Iowa Conference is as strong as ever this year, and the Beavers are right in the thick of things. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock, starting with the BV women, and then the men take center stage in this critical Iowa Conference matchup. Again, that's tomorrow night, right here on your home for Buena Vista basketball. Innovation Video.
All right, and now we'll look at that matchup between Jason Evers and Mike Bakkenstead. They're both freshmen, and Evers is from Clarks, Nebraska, and he's picked up the starting role as of late.
He is a real force inside. I've been watching him on the JV team, and he has dominated inside, and he has just taken up the slack. BV kind of lacks inside with the rebounding a little, but Evers has taken up the slack well.
And Bakkenstead, he's also a 6'7" freshman center, and he'll be starting tonight for the Norse.
Yeah, Bakkenstead, I don't know too much about him, but he is another force inside. He is a young force that could give Evers some problems. It's going to be interesting to see those two play.
It sure is. Another interesting matchup is Donnie Walls, a 5'10" sophomore from Battle Creek, against Mark Lovelace, a 5'10" freshman from Rochester, Minnesota.
Well, Donnie Walls, of course, he's fourth in the nation in steals. He's got the quickest hands I've ever seen in a guard. And he's a floor general, just like Lovelace is for a freshman. He's been quite a general for Luther Norse.
He's a real solid player, is Lovelace. He doesn't shoot a lot from the outside, but he does a lot of penetrating. And that could prove to be some problems for the Beavers. Yesterday in practice, the Beavers had some problems against the Luther offense. And, I think that Lovelace could really eat him up if they let him.
BV tends to get lazy a lot on defense. And sometimes they overcommit different things, but they got to keep their heads about them if they want to win this game.
The leading scorer for Luther is Jim Holian. He's a 6'4" senior who averages almost 15 points a game.
He's a real solid shooter, and he is the senior leader on this team.
He's also not as quick, I guess. Coach Spielman was talking about him, saying that he's not a real quick player, but he does have a really good shot. But it's a real deliberate, slow shot. So we'll see if the Beavers can go out and guard him. Leading scorer for the Beavers is Brendan Riley.
First of all, your home for Buena Vista basketball will bring you 5 upcoming Iowa Conference battles. Innovation Videos telecasts are tomorrow, Dubuque at Buena Vista. The 12th of February, William Penn at Buena Vista. 13th is Loris at BB. The 19th of February is Simpson at Buena Vista. And February 23rd is Wartburg at Buena Vista. All games start at 6 o'clock, so join Innovation Video for exciting Beaver basketball as they fight to be top of the conference.
And right now, we're going to go back to Jay Miller in the studios to see the starting lineups.
Welcome to the Iowa Conference home opener for the Buena Vista basketball team. Tonight's opponent from Decorah, the Luther Norse. In your hometown, your home standing, your Buena Vista Beavers. Starting lineups first at a guard for Luther. Apply 10 freshman from Rochester, Minnesota, number 11, Mark Lovelace. And guard for Buena Vista. Apply 10 sophomore from Battle Creek, number 10, Donnie Walls. At the other guard for Luther, 6'3", junior from Gillette, Wyoming, number 33, Steve Hillman. The other guard for Buena Vista, 6'2", sophomore from Lake Mills, number 4, Josh Hill. At center for Luther, 6'7", freshman from Strawberry Point, number 44, Mike Bakkenstead. Center for Buena Vista, 6'7", freshman from Clarks, Nebraska, number 50, Jason Evers. At forward for Luther, 6'2", senior from Brownsburg, Indiana, number 20, Chris Hill. And forward for Buena Vista, a 6'5", sophomore from Gilbert, number 42, Ryan Ford. And the other forward for Luther, 6'4", senior from Peterson, Minnesota, number 30, Jim Moline. Other forward for Buena Vista, 6'3", sophomore from Buena, number 22, Brendan
Okay, so we're about ready for the starting tip-off. And as you can see, Riley, Forth, Evers, Hegel, and Walls will be starting for the Beavers. And for the Norse, it'll be Lovelace, Hill, Holian, Hillman, and Bakkenstead inside.
Just seeing it right now, it looks like BB could have a little bit of height advantage. That may help out the rebounding a lot.
It sure could. I don't know who's going to tip off for the Beavers.
Hegel usually does the jumping, and it looks like
it's going to be Forth this game, it looks like. Or
Evers. Evers has got that great jumping ability. I don't know.
He's also 6'7", which doesn't help his cause.
But Hegel's leaping makes
Hegel
him a lot taller.
Leaper. Hegel is going to jump it off. Hegel is only 6'2", but
jumps like he's 7 foot.
That's right. And Bakkenstead jumping for the Norse. Brendan Riley gets the tip, hands it to Walls. Walls brings it up the court, sets up the offense. Inside to Evers, out to Hegel, to Riley.
They're a tough man-to-man, Luther.
They do play a tough defense. He looks for the lob into Fourth. Fourth with the turnaround jumper. Can't go. Lovelace gets to the board.
Force got to make those layups. It's important for BV.
He forces it up the court to Chris Hill. Over to Holian. Holian over to Hillman.
BV's also
Hill.
in a
inside.
zone. All right, man.
The jumper is off the mark. Riley with the board. Over to Walls. Walls brings it up the court pretty nonchalantly. Lovelace guarding him. Over to inside to Fourth. Fourth with the jumper.
That's going to be their all game. I think they can get it inside and pound Luther.
Lovelace almost throws it away. It's going to be off of the Beavers' hands. It's going to belong to the Norse.
Great hustle by BV again. Looks like they're up for this game.
BV scores a lot in spurts. Lovelace with the ball.
Oh, yeah, and look, BV's in that tough man-to-man again. Donnie Walls, of course,
They pass it
harassing
into
everybody.
Bakkenstead, and he kicks it back out. BV really focusing on stopping Bakkenstead, it looks like. Great drive by Steve Hillman.
He's their leading scorer, like we said before, and he's the man that could really hurt him. No.
Hillman is averaging 12 points. Pretty balanced scoring attack for Luther. Holian's the leading scorer. Great backdoor play.
Oh, again, BV misses a layup. They need to convert those.
They need to convert the bunny shots, and Higo missed it. Great hustle
There's
by
Donnie
Walls.
again. Donnie with the main steal.
Looks up court. Hits Riley. Riley pulls up for the jumper. He's off the mark.
It's important to
Rebound
get,
by Chris Hill.
It's important to get Riley on track, too, since he is our leading scorer.
Up the court to Holian. Holian over to Hillman. Hillman looks inside to Bakkenstead. Back out to Hillman. He drives the lane to Lovelace with the jumper. Steve Hillman.
Hillman's about automatic on that 10 to 15 footer.
Hillman's got 4 points in the game. The score 4-2 with just over 3 minutes going by. Inside to Fourth. Fourth misses the turnaround jumper, but he gets the rebound.
Another steal by Donnie. Donnie got his hands in there to knock it away.
He is the leading. He's fourth in the nation in steals, but they turn it over.
That's 2 already for Donnie. Looks like he's well on his way to getting that 4 average.
Drives baseline, back to Bakkenstead. Bakkenstead over to Hill. Hill off the Bakkenstead's pick, and he's going to pass it over to Holian. Holian looks for Bakkenstead inside, and the
Good
Beavers
hands by the
collapse on
Beavers.
him. Lovelace throws it away. He looked for Hillman and couldn't quite get the pass to him.
Lovelace trying to create too much there through an errant pass.
That's right. And the Beavers now with the ball. They're down by 2. Walls brings the ball up the court, and Lovelace is guarding him. Brendan Riley fakes a shot, drives. He misses the layup. Looked like he may have gotten fouled by Bakkenstead, but the refs let it go.
Wild shot by Brendan. He should have just taken up strong.
Great move there by Jim Holian, and he's their leading scorer, and he gets on the board. The Beavers now down by 4.
He's a big guy. He's a space eater. He can eat up that inside for Luther.
Donnie Walls comes off a pickup set by Brendan Riley, and we're going to have a foul on Mark Lovelace.
Good acting by Riley. Didn't look like he touched him that well. That hard, excuse me.
But he draws the foul, and that's the first foul of the game. So it's going to be inbounded by Brendan Riley. BV in a box set.
What do they look for here, Jared?
Fourth. Looked like Riley was coming off the pick, and they couldn't quite find him. Hegel drives the lane.
That's what he does best. He's a slasher, and he just lets his great leaping ability score for him.
He's an explosive leaper.
Yes, he is. Looks like they're in a trap here.
It was touched. I don't know.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it either, but that's the way the game of basketball goes. Beavers down by 2. Holian going to inbound it. He finds Lovelace. Donnie Walls trying to pick up a steal. Good help by Evers. The jumper off the mark, but a long rebound goes to Hillman. Hillman feeds inside to Bakkenstead. Bakkenstead was on the line.
It's great defense by Evers and help by Donnie. Donnie tried for the steal, and that disrupted the
He also
Luther
forced
player.
a baseline.
That's right.
That's what the Beavers try to do on defense. That's what Coach Spielman tries to have his players do. Gets help defense on the baseline. Walls passes to Evers. Walls steps out for the 3. He's off the mark, and Bakkenstead with the rebound.
Donnie's been
forced
fat
up the
on
court to Hillman. Hillman out to Bakkenstead. Over to Hill. Hill looks for Hillman. Inside. Looked like he made a pushed off on fourth, but no call. Jim Holian with his second bucket of the night. The Beavers down by 4. Looks like Jared Lehman's going to enter the game pretty soon.
He's coming in for, I think it looks like fourth because of the job that Holian's doing on the inside.
Fourth takes it up, and the foul looks like it may be on 33. Steve Hillman.
Jim Calkins going in, second leading scorer for BV.
Jimmy Calkins coming in off the bench.
Lehman is going in for fourth. Get a little bit of space eater themselves inside now.
That foul was on Steve Hillman. That's his first, team second. Ryan Fourth will be shooting 2 shots from the line.
Fourth is a pretty good free throw shooter.
First one he makes. Fourth is 69% from the free throw line.
Which is good in college anymore.
And he makes both of these. He's a 6'5 sophomore from Gilbert.
Here comes Lehman.
Lehman comes in for him. The Beavers down by 2. They're in a 2-2-1 full court press.
Good steal by Lehman. That's what that press does. Forces them into the silly passes like that.
Calkins over to Walls. Walls finds Lehman. Lehman takes it in. He misses the shot. And he's going to pick up a foul.
Not only did he miss the layup, he committed a silly foul after that shot. He knows he should have made it.
Should have powered it up. And he tried to get a little fancy with it, I think.
I think he tried to get the foul, but the Luther guy wouldn't bite on it.
So Luther inbounds it to Lovelace. Lovelace finds Hillman. Hillman over to Holian. Lovelace finds Bakkenstead on the baseline. Bakkenstead with a great pass.
Nice cut.
To Steve Hillman.
BB fell asleep underneath.
And that's one disadvantage of the press. It can also burn you. Brendan Riley over to Calkins. Calkins not shooting well from three-point land as of late. Bad pass by Evers. To Lovelace. Hill goes up, draws the foul. And Donnie Walls is going to pick up his first foul. That's the second team foul for the Beavers of the first half.
Freshman mistake by Evers. He got careless with the ball. Stadola's coming in. Brian Stadola now for BB, number 30, for Riley.
And Kevin Larson comes in for Jason Evers. The Beavers down 10-6 with 14:37 left to play in the game. Number 20, Chris Hill at the line, shooting 2 shots. The first one up and in.
BB's got to box out now. They got their space eaters in with Lehman and Larson.
The second one missed, and Larson gets to the board. Donnie Walls bringing the ball up the court. Now
another errant pass.
The Beavers have switched their offense. Now they're in a 1-4 low stack. Their goal is to try to hit the wings there. And now they're in a box.
It's important to free up Calkins for that 3. That's what that offense does.
Calkins setting up the offense. He drives, kicks it back out for the 3. He's off the mark. Donnie Walls hustling for the rebound. Larson hustles for the loose ball. And it goes out of bounds, so it's going to be Luther ball.
Jimmy's been a little off on his shot lately. That's why I think Spiel's put him on the bench so he can gather himself.
He sure is. He's shooting 35% from three-point land still. And then we have a substitution there for Luther. Number 25, Eric Eastman, comes into the ball game. Great drive.
Nobody stopped the dribble.
Great control by Jim Holian, and that's why he's the leading scorer. Donnie Walls brings the ball up the court. The Beavers looking for some kind of offense. Luther really overplaying those wings.
BV's had a breakdown on defense the last 2 times around.
Jared Lehman with a great head fake.
That's what he does well. He's a power man. He took it inside with the tall trees.
And Luther breaking the press at will, it seems. Getting a lot of points off the break. Just under 13:30 left to play in the first half. Charge! Jared Lehman, he's great at picking up charges, and there he did it once again.
He seems to be inspired this game. Looks
Sure
like he's
does.
going to be key this game.
Eric Eastman picks up his first foul. That's the third team foul. 13:24 left to go in the game. The Beavers down by 5, 13-8 the score. Donnie Walls lets the ball roll, picks it up. Beavers in that 1-4 low. Calkins steps out. He drives the lane, hits Donnie Walls for 3. Yes!
It's very important to get Donnie's outside shot going too. Then he can become a complete player for us.
Donnie Walls has been hitting outside lately. He's 33% from three-point land.
The Beavers as a team are not very good from three-point land.
Jared Lehman gets burned underneath, and that bucket goes to Jim Holian.
They're taking our big center out, seems like, underneath, and they've been just throwing it inside.
Jim Holian with his 8th point of the game. Stadola drives the lane. I don't think he should have done that double pump there.
Great athletic move, but nothing. Well, there's a charge that they just completely missed.
Jeremy Skoda with the bucket. And the Beavers call for a timeout.
Innovation Video will bring you a new program second semester. Former Superintendent of Schools Vicki Rickert hosted the popular Perspectives in Education, but now a new superintendent so a new show. Bill Cruz will host this show focusing on education now and in the future. Innovation Video is dedicated to bring you the best educational programs, and this new show is only the beginning for Bill Cruz and for you.
Right now, the score, the Beavers down to the Norsemen. 17-11, 12:32 left to play here in the first half. As we see the crowd, pretty big crowd here on hand for the Beavers.
It seems like BV is a little lax on defense here. They're just falling asleep, and they're just getting backdoors on us all the time.
They are. They're getting a lot of easy buckets inside, and we have to earn all of our points. And
that's for sure. And we seem to be working too hard on offense and not hard enough on defense.
The lineup in for the Beavers: Larson, Calkins, Stadola, Riley, and Zach Cole comes in for the first time this game. Calkins brings the ball up the court.
He's not really a point guard. He's more of a shooter, but gives Donnie a rest all the time.
Larson finds Cole. Larson with the skip pass to Calkins. Calkins tries to feed it to Cole and doesn't get it in. Great block. Great block by Brendan Riley.
Great hustle by Riley. He can get up too. It was a classic block right there.
Now foul is going to be on number 34. Sorry, a foul is going to be on number 40 for Luther. Jeremy Skoda with his first foul, the team fourth. Calkins hits Stadola on the wing. Stadola inside to Cole, and they're going to be called with a foul is Jim Holian. And I think if they could get Jim Holian into foul trouble, that could prove to be a big key to a Beaver victory.
That'll open up our middle for the post players like Larson and Lehman to score for us.
Holian's got 8 points for the Luther Norsemen. Coming in for the Norse, Ryan Ashland.
Donnie Walls is also in the game for Stadola.
Zach Cole finds Donnie Walls. He hits Jim Calkins on the wing. Back out to Brendan Riley, and I think the Beavers are going to set up the offense. Zach Cole working hard inside, trying to get the ball. They finally get it to him. The skip to Calkins. Calkins double pumps, doesn't get the shot. And number 40, Jeremy Skoda with the board.
Calkins expected
Eastman
somebody to be in his
up.
face.
Finds Hillman. Hillman finds Skoda. Skoda back to Hillman. Hillman up and no good. Brendan Riley gets knocked out by Zach Cole, but he's saved to Riley. Or I'm sorry. Great shot.
Larson pulled up so they wouldn't get the charge. It was a smart play by Kevin.
The Beavers now down by 4 with 11-12 left in the first half. Finds Skoda. Skoda pulls it back out. Finds Hill for 3 at the top of the key. Is short. Hillman fights for the rebound and gets it and sticks the 15-foot jumper from the baseline.
We're not getting the long rebounds, BB. Our guards aren't boxing out that well.
Hillman and Holian both have 8 for the Norse. Riley from the top of the key for 3. He's off the mark, but Larson with that long rebound.
Great rebound by Larson. Another long rebound. Seems we have had plenty of those today.
Zach Cole battling with Ryan Ashland inside. Bad pass by Larson. Good hustle by the Norse.
It's another turnover for BV.
Eastman bringing the ball up the court. He drives it. He finds Hill, who shoots and scores. That's his first bucket of the game.
They've had great ball movement, Luther. That's been scoring right there. There's their passes, not their dribbling.
The Beavers now down by 8. Walls shoots the 3 and he misses. Eastman with the rebound, but he dribbles it off his foot, so it's going to be Beaver basketball, and Josh Hegel comes back into the game. And for Luther, Tom Martin comes in.
Nice pressure by Calkins. It's Walls, Larson, Riley, Cole, and Hegel in now for the Beavers.
The score, Luther 21, Buena Vista 13 with 10:09 left. Inside to Larson. Larson with a good move.
He can take big number 40, Big Skoda, to town all day because Larson is very quick for his size. All ball on that one.
Larson gets called for the foul nonetheless. 9:59 left to play. Beavers trail by 6. Jeremy Skoda inbounding it for Norse.
BV still in the man-to-man defense.
Finds Eastman. Lots of movement on the Luther offense.
Donnie creates a lot of problems for the point guard.
Tom Martin drives to the top of the key. Finds Eastman. Eastman drives. Finds Hill. Hill for 3. He's long. Kevin Larson with the board. And he's having a pretty good ball game. To Josh Hegel at the half court.
Now Donnie Walls. He's got to get it inside to Larson. He can take Skoda all day.
Larson. They find Zach Cole. Zach Cole, he doesn't make it, and it's going to be off Josh Hegel.
I think that should be opposite. I think Larson should be inside with his post moves.
I tend to agree. Maybe he should go to that 1-4 stack once again. It looked like they were playing a little more of that 2 game.
Yeah. Now we got another inside score with 4th in now. Cole's more of a rebounder.
Coming in for the Norse, David Anstad. And leaving is Chris Hill. Skoda.
BV,
Luther moves it up the court. They're breaking the press at will. A high jumper off the mark. Great rebound there by
That was a
Martin.
charge.
Eastman. He's going to be...
Then a foul on Walls.
Foul on Donnie Walls.
I think it was Skoda cleared off with his right hand on 4th and knocked him backwards, but no call.
That's Donnie Walls' second foul. That's the team 3rd. Or, excuse me, team 4th. Inbounding it for the Norse is Martin. Martin to Eastman. Eastman hits the 3.
Nice pick by number 51 on Donnie that freed up Eastman.
That's Eastman's first bucket of the night, and it's a big one. The Beavers now down by 9. They find Riley on the wing. Riley fakes, almost drives the lane and gets stopped. To Larson. There's going to be a foul on number 51, Ryan Ashland.
Nice position in there by 4th. He kept his rear end on the 51 and sealed him off and got the foul.
I think that's probably what Coach Spielman pulled him out there for that break, to tell him to post up stronger. Riley inbounding it to Larson on the box set. They're going to set a pick for Riley. From the baseline, Riley for 3. He's off the mark, but Larson gets the board.
He's had about...
Walls for 3. He hits.
Leave that to Larson. He's had about 3 rebounds like that. Garbage, man, is that Larson.
He's had a lot of key offensive boards.
Yes, he has. But again, BV did not get back on defense after the press. I don't think we can press this team. They're too quick.
Ashland with that bucket. Donnie Walls brings the ball up the court. He's looking for a man. He finds Larson finally. Larson drives baseline. Oh, no call. Jeremy Skoda with the block. Looked like Larson may have gotten fouled with the body, but
all ball, but yeah, I think it was with the body.
Great hustle by Josh Hegel. He could go in for the dunk, but he's going to slow things down. Finds Donnie Walls for the break, and that's going to be goaltending.
Donnie Walls is playing some inspired ball. I think he's leading us with 8 points right now.
And you have to give that one to Josh Hegel, who hustled after it and got the steal and then fed him. Kevin Larson going out, and coming in is the freshman, Jason Evers.
It's important that Evers takes up the slack where Larson left off.
And Luther's got no starters in. Steal! Donnie Walls brings it up. He finds 4th. 4th takes it up. misses the bunny shot, and they've got to get that one. It's going to remain Beavers ball, but I'm sure Coach Spielman is going to be disappointed.
That was Hegel's third missed layup right there, and he's struggling right now, but he is at least taking it to the basket.
And you got to think that maybe he should go up there and just dunk it. You know he's got the vertical jump to do it.
That's right.
Inbound to Walls. That was box C, I think, for the Beavers. Hegel with the ball at top. He drives. He could go all the way. We've got a foul on the floor. No bucket.
That time he made it, but it was a foul on the floor.
I think if they pressure him, he'll have a better chance of making. The foul's going to be on number 32, David Amstead. That's his first. Team 7th. So they're going to be in the bonus. 1-1 for Josh Hegel.
Hegel's got one of the quickest first steps, I think, in the conference.
Hegel on the year, he's shooting 73% from the free throw line. Let's see if he can continue that. Up and good. I guess I didn't curse him too bad.
Thank goodness for that. He's one of our better free throw shooters on the year.
The second free throw by Hegel. Up and it's off the mark. I guess we did. Good hustle by Evers. Although the Norsemen come up with the ball. Eastman with the ball.
They have a 4-on-3 fast break here. It looks like they pull it up.
Martin slows it down. Inside to Skoda. Skoda. He's gonna miss the bucket, but there's gonna be a foul on Brendan Riley. Looked like it was clean. What do you think, Dan?
Well, he had all ball, but the refs seem to be calling it close here early in the game.
They're Iowa Conference referees. And the Beavers down by 5, 26-21 with 7:12 remaining in the game. Number 40, Jeremy Skoda. He's a 6'6 freshman center from Decorah, Iowa. He's going to be shooting 2 shots.
There's a lot of freshmen and underclassmen here for both teams in the middle.
The first shot, it's short.
You know, we're not playing that well, but we're still hanging around. That's good for Spiels. Has got to be at least happy about that.
He sure does, because a lot of times we're an up and down team. The second one is made by Skoda. So now the Beavers down by 6. Donnie Walls bringing the ball up the court. He finds Riley on the wing. Riley looked like Evers may have been open, but finds Hegel at the top of the key.
The tough man-to-man by Luther.
Riley drives the whole way. And it's going to be a bucket and the foul.
He's such an athletic player. That was a great scoop shot.
Sure was, and it was also to his left side. And Jeremy Skoda is going to get called for that foul. That's his second. That's his team 8th. But it doesn't matter because Brendan Riley is going to be shooting 1 shot.
Riley takes it to the hole, just as good as Hegel, if not better.
He could cut the lead to 3 with this free throw. And he does.
BV's in a little, not as much as a full court trap. It looks like they're going 3/4. Donnie again with the quick hands.
He does have quick hands. He's been getting a lot of steals tonight, as well as throughout the season. That's Bakkenstead, guy we've been telling you about all night.
Evers did a good job defensively, and he boxed him out well.
Riley drives, finds Walls. Walls drives baseline, dish to Evers. Evers goes up, and it's going to be a bucket and a foul.
That's what Evers does best. He's a good finisher, and he always draws the fouls.
That foul is going to be, let's see who they issue it to. I think it was Lovelace with the hands. Lovelace with his second foul of the game. 6:21 left. And Evers could tie it at 27 with his free throw.
He's an excellent free throw shooter. He's been in JV games, and he's 83%.
83% for the season. This one up and good.
I didn't jinx him either.
Thank God for that. And there's a tie ball game here. Ryan Forth almost gets the steal, but not quite.
Donnie, good
Luther
help by
going to set up
Donnie.
the offense. Chris Hill with the ball. He finds Hillman. For 3, Eastman throws up a brick. Pushed up the court. Looked like it was blocked. Great rebound and great effort by Ryan Forth.
He's our main offensive rebounder. Him and Larson are our 2 best offensive rebounders, and they do a great job underneath.
That's a second foul by Ryan Ashland, the 9th team, and we've got a timeout on the floor. We're going to go back to the studio with the score tied at 27 with 5:55 left to play.
Well
We'll be
said.
back after these messages.
Here's one time it doesn't matter who your neighbor is. Here's the other. Life's too short. Stop the hate.
We're back here at Siemens Fieldhouse live with Buena Vista basketball action, and Ryan Forth is going to be shooting 2 shots from the line.
This is rebounding that helped him go to the line.
Forth on the year, 69% shooter, and he makes that one.
The Norths are in foul trouble right now with 10 team fouls for the game, for the first half already.
Ryan Forth, the forward for the Beavers, the second one up and in.
BV shooting their free throws well now.
They sure are. They've only missed one all night.
Jim Calkins also has quick hands. Nice trap there by the Beavers.
Almost gets a steal. Looked like Jimmy Calkins may have gotten fouled, but they didn't call it.
Nope.
Chris Hill with the ball. The Beavers in a tough man-to-man defense. That's a kicking violation on Brendan Riley. That'll reset the shot clock at 45. 5:34 left to play in the game. And the Beavers have taken the lead, 29-27 over the Luther Norse.
The defense seems to be more intense.
Inbound, Hill. Hill misses the shot, and Riley with the rebound. Riley's getting a lot of defensive boards for us.
Yes, he is. He's boxing out well. For a skinny guy, he does well.
Hegel up with the basket.
Taking it inside. Like I said, he's got one of the quickest first steps in the conference, and he showed it right there.
He's also got great body control, which he demonstrated on that play.
The trap. Oh, he could have took a 3 if he wanted it, but it looks like they want to set up their offense.
Hill with the ball on the wing.
Working inside.
Pretty good ball movement.
Yeah, they don't put the ball on the floor much.
It's just a simple passing game.
They create it with their passing, right.
Hill with the 3. It's off the mark. Great rebounding by Ryan Forth. Looked like he may have twisted his ankle. He's hobbling a little bit.
He is a tough man inside, for not having much muscle. He is very tough.
Luther North still in that stingy man-to-man defense. Inside to Forth. Forth to the short corner. Finds Evers inside. Evers turnaround jumper. What touch for a big man.
That is his shot right there, that fadeaway in the lane. You could count him up as money.
Good fast break there by the Norse. And Hillman with his 10th point of the night. The Beavers up by 4 with 4:13 remaining. Calkins up the court to Riley.
It's important that BV get a good shot right here. There's still a lot of time left. That's not one of the shots I'd recommend. Calkins trying to create his own offense.
Hillman, length of the full court. Looked like he may have traveled. What do you think, Dan?
He did travel. He took 3 steps and then went up.
But no call.
But BV's defense, I mean, that should have been a basket anyway because their defense was slow on the going back.
That cuts the Beaver lead to 2. There you see Coach Spielman. He's going to the bench with Brian Stadola. There's going to be a foul on number 20, Chris Hill. That's his first foul of the night. 11th team foul. And Josh Hegel will be shooting 1-1 for the Beavers.
That's the only way they've been stopping Hegel is to trip him on the way to the basket.
Stadola looks like he's coming in for the shooter. The score 33, Luther 31. 3:37 left to play in this first half.
Looks like we're going with the smaller lineup as Riley goes out and Donnie Walls is in.
Stadola will be coming in for Hegel.
Maybe a little more quickness here for the
Once
Beavers.
again, Hegel on the season, he's a 73% free throw shooter. And that one's in.
BV's free throw shooting has built the lead for him right now.
Jared Lehman comes in for Ryan Forth. Josh Hegel's 2 for 3 from the line for the night.
He's been their only miss, I think.
And this one goes down. So 3 for 4. Stadola comes in for Hegel.
It's now important for them to box out underneath because they do have the smaller lineup in, and they need to get the rebounds for the outlet pass for their fast break.
4-point lead now for the Beavers.
Good pressure. There's still nobody back.
Great hands by Donnie Walls. Gets yet another steal.
That's his third steal
now
of the
he's
game.
going to set things up. Finds Calkins. Calkins finds Lehman. Lehman with nobody on him. Great pump fade.
He looked for somebody to foul him there. So he just had an easy layup.
The Beavers have to get back on defense. And they do.
They're in the tough man-to-man. The man-to-man stepped up in the past
Bakkenstead
5
with the ball. Kicks it back out. Back to Bakkenstead. Bakkenstead over at top. On the wing. Hillman. Steve Hillman with 12 points.
He's had a big game.
He sure is.
He's a
Stadola on the baseline.
Good shooter for the Norse.
Finds Lehman. Lehman tries to get it into Evers. Probably tried to force it there a little bit too much.
Forced it way too much.
Great defense there by the Beavers. Way to get back. But they leave Hillman for 3 from the baseline. He's off the mark.
No
almost
blocking
tip
out.
it in.
No blocking out right there by the Beavers.
Holian almost tipped it in.
Luther seems to want the ball more right now.
Holian with the ball. He finds... Looks like it may have been a charge. Oh, great hands by Lehman. But he gets called for the foul.
That was a terrible call right there by the official. Lehman just had all ball on that one.
And Coach Jeff Spielman a little disappointed with that call. He's asking the referees for an explanation on that one, and he's not going to get one.
If he doesn't, if he doesn't be careful, he probably will. He's been upset most of the game.
He's a pretty quiet coach from the bench, but he does a good job of subbing in players in and out.
That's right. And a miss by number 20 from the line.
Chris Hill. And he's 1 for 2 for the night. Josh Hegel coming back in for the Beavers. Stadola going out.
We're even a smaller lineup now, but it's going to be quick, and I think we're going to tire him down. He made the second one. Evers he has trouble getting the ball in. Give it to Lamo.
Walls bringing the ball up the court. He could go all the way.
Fancy. That's a
no
great
basket,
move.
But he picks up the foul. The foul is going to be on Eric Eastman.
That was an Isaiah Thomas spin move in the lane there, wasn't that?
It sure was.
Donnie reminds me a lot of Isaiah Thomas.
Except Isaiah's 11 and Donnie's 10.
And I think Isaiah's a little bit better player in the pros. I don't know.
Well, I would imagine so. Donnie Walls misses the front end.
Surprisingly, for a point
shots.
guard, Donnie is not our best free throw shooter.
He is. He's only shooting 47% from the line, but he makes that one.
Riley's in now for Walls.
The score 38-34 with 2:02 left to play in the first half. Riley coming in for Walls, as Dan said. Hill with the ball. He finds Eastman on the skip pass. Calkins cuts him off. Hill into Bakkenstead. Bakkenstead, not a real force. He doesn't like to shoot the ball. He just likes to kick it back out.
Lamo did move his feet that time. He kind of stuck his knee out.
Kevin Larson probably coming in for him.
Is it? I think that's his third.
That is Lehman's third.
We
That's
need
the team's
him.
sixth. So Larson comes in for Lemo.
This is the first action we've seen Larson in about 8 minutes. I wonder why the coach put him on the bench.
I don't know. He was playing so well there for a while. Maybe he needed a breather.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
That shot was made by Jim Holian. That's his 9th point of the night. And the second shot is off the mark. Riley with another rebound. He's a great defensive rebounder.
Yes, he is. Calkins just walked. They missed it. Calkins has been off on his three-point shot.
I don't know. I think I'd tend to take Calkins out of the game and put somebody else in. He's trying to keep Donnie out right now.
Look at the big
so
man around the
get
court.
Another foul. He's got great hands for a big man.
It's Calkins, he's such a great scorer when he's on, but he hasn't been on lately.
He's a real streaky shooter.
Yes, he is.
Back inside to Evers. Evers with the turnaround. He doesn't quite get the hook shot to fall.
But what a tremendous move inside by Evers.
The score, 38-35, Buena Vista on top of Luther. Bakkenstead finally gets on the board with a turnaround jumper.
Evers upset with himself that he allowed the ball inside.
A minute left to play. The Beavers up by 1. They find Hegel on the wing. He goes up, drives, and gets the foul.
He does that all the time. He's money when it comes inside. He's finally hitting those layups too. We need that from Hegel.
We sure do. It sure helps.
Yes, it does.
Hegel from the line on the night. He's 3 for 4. 51.7 seconds left to play in the first half. The score, 40-37. The Beavers on top of the Norse. Hegel short on his free throw, but it gets the roll.
BB shooting great from the line. 48 seconds left in the half.
Hill brings the ball up the court. He finds Bakkenstead, but Larson's there to pick it off. I think the Beavers are probably going to set it up for the last shot here.
We've been talking about the hands of Donnie Walls, but great hands there by Calkins. Playing for the last shot, you're right.
And this is an offense that the Beavers like to call a 5 game. Some coaches like to go into what's called the 4 corners, but not the Beavers.
Right.
14-13.
Bad pass by Calkins.
Bad pass. Up the court to Holian. Holian with the finger roll. He doesn't get it to fall, but it's a foul on Josh Hegel. And Coach Spielman's got to be disappointed with that pass that Calkins made.
Yeah, he tried to force it inside to Evers. Evers is such a force. You got to give him the ball almost all the time, but it's tough when you throw it at his ankles like that.
That's Walls' first foul of the game. Or I'm sorry, Hegel's first foul of the game. Holian makes the free throw.
They pulled within 3 with that one.
41-38 the score. 6 seconds remain on the clock. First half. The second one made by Holian. He's got 11 points on the night. Calkins slips and falls. The long shot off the mark, and that'll be it for the first half. And right now, the score is 41-39. The Buena Vista Beavers on top of the Luther Norse.
It's been a great half of basketball now for BV. They're rebounding, but they're still not shooting the ball that well. They've been missing a couple easy layups. And poor Jim Calkins, I think that last slip by him has summed up the game he's had.
The leading scorers for both teams, Hillman has 12, Holian has 11. Hegel for the Beavers has 10, and Walls has 9. And now we're going to go back to the studios for a quick break. We'll be back with you here at Siebens in a little bit.
This is you and this is me.
Last year, thousands of innocent children were caught in the crossfire of violent crime. How much longer will you let this go on? Call this number now. We'll send you information on how you can protect your children from crime in your neighborhood. Together, we will take a bite out of crime.
We made it!
Hey, I couldn't have gotten through physics without you.
Yeah, well, you're on your own at college.
It's not fair.
That's all right. I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna start working, I'm gonna save. I'll be in college in another year or two.
So, what do you have planned, Mike?
I think I'm gonna go home and make a sandwich. Okay, man.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
We're back here live at Siemens Fieldhouse with the score, the Buena Vista Beavers 41 and the Luther Norse 39. And some quick stats. Dan, I think you have some quick stats for us.
Yes, Buena Vista is shooting 50%, 14 of 28 from the field. Luther's only shooting 15 of 26. We've been very hot from the line. We've only missed 2, 11 for 13. And Luther has missed 2, 7 of 9. Our turnovers, it's Luther with 9 and BB with 6. And our leading scorer has been Donnie Walls or Josh Hegel, with 10, and Donnie Walls with 9.
And the leading scorers for Luther Norse are Steve Hillman with 12 and Jim Holian with 11. They are typically the leading scorers.
And now,
Luther Norse.
Now we have an interview with Coach Spiel's. Dave Fields is down there with him.
I believe this one's on tape.
Oh. Dave Fields on tape.
With Coach Fields.
Hi, I'm David Fields for Innovation Sports, and I'm here with men's head basketball coach, Coach Jeff Spielman. How are we doing today, Coach?
Great.
You know, at this point in the season, how is the team going as far as talent and style and whatnot?
Well, we've got a very young basketball team, and as you know, we only have one senior. And with that, the kids have played learning an offense, learning what we want done, and they're maturing along very well. I'm very happy with our progress so far.
A key thing, I think, when playing basketball is the kids have to learn composure under pressure situations. Are they learning how to keep their composure under press and stuff?
At times. There's also times when we really have to work on that a little bit, the maturity level. The number of minutes you get, opportunities that you have, we've just got to do a much better job. Our point guard has been handled by Donnie Walls, a sophomore, who's done an excellent job for us.
You're speaking of how young your team is, and you've got a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage?
Is a couple of things. The teams we play typically have been all seniors. Westmar the other night was 5 seniors. They play together very well. They handled the ball extremely well at home. I think they're 23-1 at home their last 24 games.
How is that freshman recruiting class doing that you brought in? You have a reputation of being a very good recruiter, and that must help you quite a bit.
Well, our freshman junior varsity team is currently 5-4. They've played extremely well. We've had an opportunity for them to play some junior varsity teams along with some 2-year junior colleges. So they're playing quite well. We're fortunate to have an excellent coaching staff. John Blanchard handles our junior varsity and does an excellent job with them.
Okay. Are you a fast-moving team or pressing, or do you like to sit back and look for a high percentage shot and zone defenses and stuff like that?
Well, we've been pretty much up-tempo. We've got so much team speed, and of course with Donnie Walls, our point guard, he kind of ignites things, and with that we've tried to press quite a bit this year. Since I've been here, this is my 10th year, and we've been one of the top offensive teams because we push the ball up the floor. I was a point guard in college myself. I enjoy that style of play, and we like to get the ball up and down the floor.
You're mentioning Donnie Walls and several other players. Do you have any particular standout players that are becoming team leaders in your style of basketball?
Well, I think our whole sophomore class has done a good job. They've had a chance to adjust to the style of play that we like to have. The defense has come along quite a bit. Of course, Brendan Riley was Offensive Player of the Week in the Iowa Conference last week and did a really nice job for us. Ryan Forrest starts in a post position. He played quite a bit last year as a freshman. You know, there's been a whole kind of series of things that have happened in 10 years. We're fortunate this year, the last 2 years, we've had excellent freshman recruiting classes, and some of that's due to the changes we've made in financial aid structure here at Buena Vista College. Has enabled us to get some better student athletes, some quality athletes, ability-wise. Plus, we've been able to get some of the local talent. And I think that's a real key that you have to have. You have to be able to get the local talent, which helps bring in the crowds. And we've had some excellent crowds. Our holiday tournament went over very well. And then we're fortunate that we are playing a number of sophomores. We do have one freshman, Jason Evers, who we've moved up from our junior varsity, that's playing quite well. A junior, Jared Lehman, has played very well for us. Matt Drees is another junior, but other than that, everybody's kind of the sophomore freshman class. And with that, you know, maturity comes along. We really feel like this year we can be one of the better teams in the Iowa Conference. We were fortunate to split on the road. A win at Central is a big win. Very few teams ever go into Central and win. And then we were unfortunate at William Penn last weekend and got beaten overtime with a game we could have won. We really feel like we can hold our own at home, and we hope we can split on the road. If we can do that, we'd be 12-4 in the league, and that certainly would be in the hunt.
What do you think, with your team being so young, is the future of Buena Vista men's basketball? It seems to me that it looks really good.
We're really excited about it. We've got a group of kids that are slowly learning. We've gone through the learning process. We've had some battles in practice. We've had some mind games that get played. But the kids are understanding what I want from the players. When we come down the floor, we have to have everybody involved. We have to have our post players touch the ball. We've got to get the ball reversed. And with that, then, we shoot a better shot selection. And with a better shot selection, obviously, we have better shooting percentage. So that's a key for us right now. That's something we're working on, and it'll be very important this weekend.
And in closing, Coach, is there anything, a message that you could give to the students of Buena Vista to try and rally them to get around?
Well, the kids really enjoy the fact when we get something going. In each ball game, we'll have a little spurt because of the press offense and the press defense, the press defense that we run. We're going to have some spurts. They're going to have some turnovers. And the students that rally around us, get us going, they extend that spurt. Maybe rather than 6 points, we're going to get 10 points out of that spurt. That's something that we really need, and we need the student support this weekend and at every Iowa Conference game at home, because we want to win every one at home, and that's a goal for us, and we need the students behind us to help us do that.
Thanks a lot, Coach, for coming by. Coach Spielman.
We're back here live at Siebens Fieldhouse, and we've got some stats from the women's game.
Yes, the BB women took it on the chin, losing 94-54. Luther was paced by Rochelle Lutz with 24 points and 13 rebounds. They just out-rebounded the Beavers all night long with 39 rebounds to 22 for the Beavers. They only had 19 turnovers, and they shot over 50%, did the Lady Nors.
And for the Buena Vista Beavers, Ployer led us with 12 points and 8 rebounds. And next was Coderba. She had 9 points and 3 boards. And at 8 points was Whitrock and Starden. And I think Janet Allgood can really build off of that loss. I mean, there are some positives that came out of it.
Yes, it was great. They kept up with the rebounding a little underneath, but those were tall girls at Lutz, and that Tooth was very tall women, and it's tough to rebound with them. We have to get Jenny Erickson going for them.
Our inside game didn't seem to be too present there. What kind of thing do you think we should change?
Well, we couldn't get Jenny Erickson going at all. She got in foul trouble quick. She wasn't a force. She wasn't getting rebounds or anything. Lutz just took her out of the game.
Okay, I think we're going to go back to the studios now for some quick messages, and we'll be back here live at Siebens Fieldhouse in just a little bit.
Vince, that new dummy cam is great.
Yeah, it'll sure give people a whole new outlook on what it's like when you don't wear a safety belt.
He protects all living things in the forest. But he can't do it alone. Please don't play with matches. Put out your campfires. And never, ever forget the words of Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
There are countries where bread is scarce, but this is America. Countries where electricity is rare. but this is America. Countries where infant mortality is a problem, but this is America. Here, it's a crisis. Every 13 minutes, another infant dies. But we can help prevent many of those deaths with prenatal care from programs like Healthy Start. Find out what you can do. Why? Because this is America.
Here live at Siemens Fieldhouse with some innovation Buena Vista Beaver college basketball action against the Luther Norse. And right now, Buena Vista up by 2, the score 41-39. And Dan, what are some stats that you can give us so far?
Well, BV's been shooting well, like I said before, 50%. Luther has gotten a lot of second chance points, but they're not shooting as well, 15 for 26. We've been to the line more than them, and we've only missed 2, 11 to 13.
One of the big keys to that first half was the Buena Vista comeback. They were down by, I don't know, as many as 8 points, I would imagine, at one point, and they brought it back, and now they're up by 2.
Yeah, the full court press trap that they were using before was not much of a factor, but it got mid-game, and when they got tired, we caused 9 turnovers after that, which gave us our lead.
And you got to be impressed with Donnie Walls and his play tonight. He has scored 10 points, and he's got a bunch of steals. He's got really quick hands, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's like we said before, he's the 4th leading steals man in the nation, and he's proven why today. He's playing another quick guard in Lovelace, but it seems like Walls has got the better of that matchup so far.
What kind of changes do you see Luther making at halftime to try to stop Buena Vista, and Buena Vista making changes likewise?
I think Luther needs to get it more inside to get our big guys in foul trouble, because they do have a lot of muscle men underneath there, and they've been eating us up on the offensive boards.
I think Luther also has to take care of the ball on that full court pressure. They got a little sloppy there when they got a little tired, like you said, and they have a freshman guard in Mark Lovelace, and if the Buena Vista could keep pressuring him, they could keep getting a lot of turnovers, I would imagine.
That's right. Buena Vista needs to hustle back on defense, which they didn't do in the first part of the half. They kind of lazy getting back, and Luther got a lot of easy buckets.
They do get kind of lazy at times. Buena Vista right now at 3-7, and they're 1-1 in the Iowa Conference, while Luther is the co-leader